Hey, this is Mark Moore, aka Tuxedo Mark, at various places on the internet. It's 12:52 p.m. according to a computer clock on Thursday, April 23rd, 2015. And this is my review of original Sailor Moon anime episode number 45. The Sailor Warriors Die, the tragic final battle. This episode originally aired in Japan on February 20th, 1993. Part 1 of the two-part season finale. Okay, first of all, the upcoming episode preview is more melancholy, and Usagi doesn't say, "In the name of the moon, I'll punish you." She's talking about how her friends will be with her forever. This episode is sad. So, there's a pre-title scene with, Luna and Artemis watching news reports about the sunspots and all this weird weather activity going on around the planet. According to Queen Beryl, when she spots the Sailor Guardians approaching, she's like, Queen Metalia's near full power. She asks for volunteers to meet them, and the girls that go to meet them, these five monsters, are called the DD girls. Maybe because of their boob size, I don't know. But in the DiC English dub from 1995, they were called the Doom and Gloom girls. By the way, the DiC dub had condensed this episode, this two-part season finale, into one episode, so a lot of stuff had been cut out. The two-part version is a much fuller and more powerful experience. Usagi falls for an illusion that one of the DD girls had disguised herself as Tuxedo Mask, crying to Usagi for help, or to Sailor Moon, I guess. Usagi runs towards him, and then the monster attacks. Even though the girls had protested and said it might be a trap, and even Mako had says something funny like, "Isn't it obvious at this point?" But anyway, Usagi falls for it, and then they do it again. And Usagi falls for it a second time, right when Rei's like, "Oh please, what kind of idiot would fall for the same thing?" Usagi does, and Rei's like, "Didn't you just hear what I said?" But anyway, yes, Usagi is a moron. Anyway, the big thing that happens in this episode is all four Senshi sacrifice themselves one at a time to give the others the chance to advance. So Jupiter takes out a DD girl, followed by Mercury, followed by Venus, followed by Mars taking out the last two. Of course, they all die, and Usagi is crushed. In fact, Usagi had begged Rei to just go home, since she was the last of her friends left, and Rei didn't do so, obviously. She said Usagi has to save herself for the final battle. And yeah, these girls might have been talking big, but they seemed to think that they would get out of it. But maybe they were just talking. Maybe they knew that they were sacrificing themselves for the greater good. Of course, you gotta see things from Usagi's standpoint too. Usagi wants to give up the silver crystal to Queen Beryl. She's really upset. After Mako dies, she just wants to give it up. And they're like, "Well, you can't let Mako's death be in vain." But here's the thing. Mako died because of this, and Usagi points that out too. You gotta consider whether a world without your friends is a world worth living in. I mean, Usagi could have let the world been destroyed or been put under the Dark Kingdom's rule if it would have spared her friends' lives. I mean, I know some people would say, live free or die, but others would be like, it's just not worth it. I mean, there's this Sailor Moon Super S episode. I mean, I'm getting out of myself, but 3 years later, there's an episode where Sailor Uranus launches some attack in order to save Sailor Neptune, even though the bad guy had warned her that it would set off a device that would destroy the world or something like that. Neptune did it to save Sailor Uranus. And the guy was like, how'd you know I was bluffing? And she's like, oh, you were bluffing? And he's like, what kind of hero are you? And she's like, oh, you misunderstand. A world without Haruka isn't a world worth living in. And yeah, I think this was Usagi's mindset in this episode. That it's not worth trying to save the world from the Dark Kingdom if everyone that she loves dies. Anyway, Usagi is completely broken at the end of the episode, but the spirits of the other guardians show up to encourage her to press on. And then at the end of the episode, Endymion awakens from his evil, dark energy suntan bed. And that's how the episode ends. So, up next, the season finale of Season 1 of Sailor Moon. It's 12:59 p.m. and that's it. Thanks for watching.